Well, hello, it's BG, and welcome back. We're still working on the Toronado. Take that off of there and that off there. The Johan Toronado is not a bad kit. I actually like this a lot, and I love this picture on the side here with the actual transaxle engine combination, and then the torsion bar suspension and the half shafts. Very, very cool, because that's all in there. Let's see here. So let's start with the engine. Now, I've done a lot of photo research to find out what color engine should this be. I was fearing it would just be black or something like that. And I found some really cool looking blue colors. And then there was one photo that had the engine done in this awesome metallic teal color. I guess teal? Turquoise? I'm not quite sure. But I raided the paint racks at Andy's to see if I could find something that closely matched it. I couldn't find anything. The closest I could come up with was just plain old metallic blue from AK number 11199. If you can't remember that number, like I couldn't. Yeah, just a basic metallic blue, and it shook up pretty nicely. And I thought, it's a touch too dark. So we picked up some of this stuff here, which is a metal medium, and it's actually a white, so it's got like a pearlescent to it. And mix these guys together, and what this did was lighten up the blue, but didn't take away any of the mica or whatever is in there to make the shiny bits. So it still came out looking this awesome. So this is just right over Mr. Hobby Primer. No, nothing underneath that at all. So I really like how that came out. And then I just shot some TS79 semi-gloss on it. I like it. I like it. I love it. I'm living it. So there we go. This is the water pump and front bit there. This piece right here will have to be brush painted a semi-gloss black, and I'm just gonna go with it like that. Our transaxle piece, we did a flat aluminum color on there, and just a little bit of weathering, and we will do a little bit of weathering on the engine too, just a little bit of a visual interest. And then the back piece here is a flat black. And of course, this is going to be where the engine mounts, just like part of the engine cradle. So there we go. All of our little bits there, they've all been painted. We just have to do a little bit of touch-ups here and there, like on the fan. I missed a little spot right there at the bottom, and I want to paint the backside of it a little bit better too. And our exhaust manifolds, those looking really, really good. Got those kind of, aged up looking, and I just have to touch up the where the pipes are going to connect to, because that might be a little bit telling there. So got that going on. Our fan belt assembly is very delicate. My goodness, I didn't know they made stuff this delicate back then. But yeah, this is really nicely done, and I just sprayed it all rubber black, and I'll go back and hand paint in semi-gloss pulleys and finish the bracket there. So there's that. Interior. So the car's gold. Here's the hood, and we did do a lot of polishing on this, and then I found out there was a pit in the plastic. I'm kind of stuck. We're going to have to live with it. So this is 100% better than it was looking before, but it's still not perfect. I'm going to go with it as it is, because I think it has kind of an aged quality to it. So I like it, and we'll just go with that. Interior was driving me nuts. I had painted the interior a particular color because I wanted to have like the metallic vinyl look in there. I had seen a lot of photographs, so we did the metallic vinyl color that we wanted to use, which was titanium silver. I thought that would be great, but then I had trouble matching anything to that titanium silver that was going to go good for like the carpeting color or the package shelf color and then the dash color. And then at that time, I was thinking about doing seat inserts also. I was having a really hard time trying to match colors because I wanted to stay in the gold range, but that titanium silver actually has more of a greenish hue to it. So I was like, I don't want to do a green interior. So I was about to just pull the plug on the whole thing and do it all black and white on the interior, repaint, reprime everything, and do black and white on the interior. And then my last ditch effort was, I'll try titanium gold for the metallic vinyl color on the door cards and the seats, of course. So I tried that, and that opened up all my doors again because, almost literally, because I was like, oh, this is the value I wanted. I wanted more of a yellow value so that I could use these desert sand colors and stuff from Tamiya to do the interior color. I mean, I even bought some of these colors, these acrylic colors from Adam to try out. Several customers swear by this stuff, so I thought, well, what the heck, why not, you know? So I got these just in case I couldn't find something in my paint stash that worked, but luckily I did have something on hand, but now I have a new paint to try still. They're acrylic paints, so they should be rather simple to use. That's the gas pedal and brake pedal assembly down there in the bottom. So I want to do a little bit of a wash over the seats to just sort of tone down that gold paint a little bit and bring out a little bit of that detail. And then we have to detail paint the dash a little bit. It's supposed to be black inserts in each one of these little cubbies, and then a wood tone like a burl wood applique right there in the center of the dash, and I think down here alongside the steering column. I can't recall. I'll have to double check my photos, but either way, that should be pretty interesting to do. And we're going to rip the seats out, and then on the door cards, very lightly molded detail, and there's a pull strap, and then of course the door release and stuff there. So some of that stuff's going to be painted like a vinyl, like kind of like the dash color. I think will be the pull straps, because this is the carpet color here. And then a little bit of silver on some bits and bobs here and there, like the ashtray door and the armrest, and then the speaker cover in the back there. That should pull everything together pretty nicely. And also, I think what we'll do is we'll mask, because this is all flat. We did flat clear over all of that paint there. So you can just barely see it, but I think what we'll do is mask off this area here and then paint on some gloss, transparent gloss, to make it look like the molded in carpet, the molded in vinyl patch in the carpeting for the pedal area. So that's once we cracked the code on the interior for paint colors, things started moving really quickly. So I was very happy about that. Here's the underside of the chassis. We used our AK markers. We have just a few of those. I friggin' love those things. I have aluminum, and then like a dark aluminum, and then a couple other, like rubber black, I think. But I did the aluminum for the mufflers and resonators, and then the dark aluminum for the actual pipe. Looks great. I actually hit them with some semi-gloss just a few minutes ago. It's already dry to the touch. And what's great about the semi-gloss is it doesn't really, just give it a light coat, doesn't reactivate the marker pen very much. So I can go back over this with some Tamiya panel liner and rust it up a little bit, so it can get a little bit of an aging, and they can go across the interior and do such. And then I also did a little bit of hand painting on the upper A-arms, because those are supposed to be semi-gloss black to match the rest of this bit here. And we're not going to see that there because it's going to be tucked up in the back there, but that's going to fit on there, not unlike this, like that. So I wanted to do the upper A-arms in a semi-gloss black also. And I did the whole bottom in German gray. I just think German gray is a really great color for undersides of vehicles. If you don't want to do too much detail painting, it's a lot better than just doing the whole thing flat black. And I mean, you could even do a little bit of factory overspray along the edge here if you want to, and give it even more of a realistic look. But we're good with how this is right now. So there's that. Very interestingly, the kit does have separately molded wheel wells for the front, and they are a little on the general side for where to place them. I've been studying the instructions, all three panels of the instructions, and it looks like these actually glue to the inside of the fender on the car body, and then you smack it all together. It turns out there's actually an area inside the car body where these kind of tuck into, and they don't shift around too much. So I'm going to try white gluing them in place and then doing a test fit, see if that's the right place for those guys, and then take it all apart and cement them in place, should those be the correct locations. So we'll see how that goes there. But this is just semi-gloss black with a bit of semi-gloss transparent over the top of it to keep the sheen down a little bit, but give it still, I'll probably still do a weathering pass on this, just to give it some dust up. So there's that. That's what we got going on the Oldsmobile. We have been wanting to get back on this for a very long time, and we're hoping to get it done pretty soon, because we want to take this one to some shows that might be coming up here pretty soon. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in again. Appreciate all of your comments, likes, and subscriptions. I'm sorry, words are hard today. But again, we love you all. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.